Hello guys, hello everyone, you're welcome back to my channel. My name is Joy White. Thank you so much for stopping by. Please, if you are new to my channel, kindly hit on that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. So guys, in today's video we're going to be learning how to draft a basic bodice, half scale basic bodice, because with this particular basic bodice you can actually alter it into any style of your choice. So let's get started. So I have my box here. We're going to be drafting both the front and the back together. So what I did is that I divided the biggest part of my measurement, which is the bust. So I divided the bust measurement into two, and I added 2 or 3 inches for ease on this pattern you are seeing here. So that's how I got this box. So here is going to be our front, while here is going to be the back. So guys, in drafting this basic bodice, we need the following measurements. We need our front length measurement, we need our back length measurement, we need our bust circumference, we need the under bust measurement, we need the nipple to nipple, we need the shoulder measurement. So let's get started. So the first thing we are going to do is to take the shoulder measurement. So the shoulder I'm working with is 15 inches. So I'm going to place my tape this way and measure 15. So 15 divided by 2 gives us 7.5. So I'll go ahead and put down the 7.5 here. So the next thing we are going to do is to get our chest line. So in getting our chest line, I'm going to be dividing the bust. The bust I'm working with is bust 40. So bust 40 divided by 6 plus 1.5 plus 1. So that gives us 9.1. So I will go ahead and approximate it into 9 inches. So now I'm going to place my tape this way and measure 9 inches as the chest line, like so. I'll go ahead and connect it. Okay guys, so after doing that, I'm going to take the 7.5 I took for the shoulder measurement here, put it down here, then I will connect it to the shoulder point. Okay guys, so now this is going to be our chest line. I will just put it down here. Chest line. So the next thing I'm going to do is to take the neck width. So the neck width I'll be working with is, I'll be taking 3 inches for the neck width, and for the neck depth for the front, I will be taking 3 inches as well. So it's 3 by 3. I'll go ahead and connect it with my curve, like so. So after doing that, I'm going to be taking, on this part here, on the shoulder point, I will come down for the front with 1.5 to get the shoulder slope. I'm coming down with 1.5. I'm going to be connecting it to this neck width you are seeing here. Okay, so after doing that, the next measurement I will take is the shoulder to the bust point. So the shoulder to the bust point I'm working with is 11.5. 11.5. I'll put it down here like so. 11.5. Come over here. I'll put down my 11.5 this way. Then I'll connect it like so. So after doing that, I'm going to be taking the shoulder to the under bust. The shoulder to the under bust I'm working with is 16 inches. 16 inches. I'll come over here and put down the 16 inches like so. And I will connect it. So for the front, the length I'm working with for the half scale is 18.5. I've already taken that down. Can you see it? 18.5. Come over here is 18.5. So what I will do next is to connect this line to the back. So remember we took from the shoulder to the chest line 9 inches. I will come over here and put down the 9 inches like so. Okay, so I'm going to be taking the shoulder measurement for the back, which is still 7.5. I'll put it down here, and on the chest line I will still put it down, the 7.5. After doing that, I'm going to be connecting it. All right guys, so what I will do next is to take the neck width for the back. So the neck width is still the same, 3 inches for the neck width, and for the neck depth I will come down with 1.5. You can do 1 inch, 1.5, or 2 inches. So I will connect it like so. Okay, so after doing that, so for the back shoulder slope, I am going to be coming down with 1 inch, 1 inch like so. I will connect it as well. All right guys, so the next thing we are going to do is to measure. I'm coming over to the front. I'm going to measure what I have here. I will divide it into 2 and mark at this point. So for the front tightening, I am going to be coming in with 0.75. This is 0.75. I will mark it here like so. Then I will connect it this way to the shoulder tip like so. Can you see it? So let me use my marker. I like to draft with pencil first. So after doing that, I will come over to the back and do the same thing. Measure what I have here like so. I will divide it into 2. Put a dot there. Then for the back tightening, I'm going to be using 0.5. 0.5 for the back. So I will come over here and connect it this way like so. Like so. All right guys, so the next thing we have to do is to take the bust measurement. So the bust I'm working with is bust 40. So 40 divided by 4, that gives us what? 10 inches. 10 inches. But I'm going to be adding 0.5 for ease on this pattern. So I'll go ahead and take 10.5. Can you see it? So whatever I have here, I will come over to this bust point and put it down. 10.5. Then I am going to connect the armhole now from this point, meeting this other point, the 10.5, the bust measurement. Okay. All right. So for the back, I will do the same thing for the back. At this point, I'm going to put down the 10.5 that I got from the front, and I will connect the armhole now. You have to position your curve well. All right, so after doing that, let me just put it down. This is the bust point, this is the under bust, and this is the waist. Can you see it? Okay, so this is the chest line for the back. Okay, so the next thing we have to do after doing that is to take the nipple to nipple. So the nipple to nipple I'm working with is 8 inches. So now 8 divided by 2, that gives us 4 inches, sorry. So I'll come over here and put down the 4 inches. Then I will go over to the bust point and put down the 4 inches as well. Then I will connect it like so. So for the dart opening for the front, I am going to be using 0.75. So I place my tape this way. I mark 0.75. Can you see it? So then I will connect it to the bust point. Okay, so after doing that, I will come over to the back and do the same thing. So before we do that, the back length we are taking, remember the front and the back measurements are not the same. If you measure from your shoulder to your waist point for the front and for the back, you will discover that there's a difference. So it could be 1 inch difference, 2 inch difference, depends on your measurement, your size. So for this particular clients I'm working with, the front and the back, the front length is 18.5 while the back length is 17 inches. So this is the 17 inches. I've taken it already. Can you see it? 17 inches. So this is the back, the length for the back. So I just want to rule it now. So for the back dart, I'm still going to put down the 4 inches we took for the front, 4 inches. So on this chest line, you come down with 1 inch to get the back dart, 1 inch to get the back dart. So I will come over here and put down my 4 inches like so. Okay, then I am going to connect it. Sorry. Okay. So for the back dart, I'm going to be using 0.5 for the back, for the dart leg, 0.5. Then I will connect it. Okay, so after doing that, the next thing we are going to do is to take, so for the waist, I've taken the bust measurement. The waist I'm working with is 34. So 34 divided by 4 gives us 8.5. 8.5. Remember we took 1.5 for the dart, 1.5, 0.75 in both ways. So now we'll come over here and put down the 1.5. Can you see it? So what I will do now is to connect it to the bust point. So I'm going to be connecting it. All right, so after doing that, I'll come over to the back and take the waist measurement. But before we take the waist measurement, we're going to be taking the back tightening for the back. So I'll come over here and use 0.5 for the back tightening. 0.5. After doing that, I will just rule it up like this. You can come up maybe from this chest line, you can go 4 inches from the chest line above, or 3 inches. So I'll just connect it this way to the chest line. So after doing that, we are going to be taking the waist measurement for the back. So the waist we are working with is waist 34. So 34 divided by 4, that gives us 8.5. So this is what you have to do. You are not going to take the 8.5 from this place, from the normal line you took, the line. You're not going to take your 8.5 from here. you are going to come over to this place, the back tightening, and put your 8.5 down. Can you see it? So you put the 8.5 down and mark. Then remember we took 1 inch for the dart. You come over here and put down your 1 inch like so. Then the next thing is to connect it to the chest line. So I'll be connecting it like so. Okay guys, so after doing that, the next thing we have to do is to take our bust dart, the bust dart. So the difference between the front and the back is 1.5. Can you see it? 1.5. So you come over to this bust point like so and put down that 1.5. Remember, the front and the back lengths are not the same. So you put down the 1.5, you connect it to the bust point like so. Like this. So this is the bust dart. Bust dart. When you close this bust dart, the front and the back will definitely what? Match up. When you close it, the front and the back will definitely what? Match up. So the next thing we have to do after doing that is to tighten the shoulder. Tighten the shoulder. So I'm going to come over here at this point. For the front, I will come down with 0.5 for the shoulder tightening. So I place my tape this way and put down 0.5. For the back, I'm going to be using 0.25. Can you see? 0.25 for the back. So now I am going to what? Tighten my shoulder, the shoulder like this. Okay, so this is it guys. Can you see it? Very easy and simple way of what? Drafting a simple basic bodice block. Like I said, the updated what? Version. So now you can go ahead and do what? And cut. After cutting, you have to close your bust dart to enable the front and the back match up. All right guys, thank you so much for watching. Please, if you find this tutorial helpful, kindly hit on the subscribe button and turn on notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. Like and share this video, make your comment. Till our next tutorial again. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.